How you doing?
Good. Come on in. We are the Public Defender's Office, and may I ask who this is?
My father.
I'm a father,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you give me permission to
Yes.
talk to you about your case with him present? Okay. So, Ms. Smith, I'm actually standing in for Ms. Schiffman. She's conferencing right now with
Is
someone
that
else.
Jessica?
No, Leora Schiffman.
Okay, so what happened to Jessica? If
She's
you
no
don't mind me
longer
asking.
here in district court, so Ms. Schiffman now handles Division 1.
Okay.
And because the judge needs to leave early today, I'm helping her out. But I'm here to.
One more question. How come I don't get contacted about that from the public defender's office?
Oh, really? It may just be because.
And she
whether
updated my
previously-
information and everything.
Okay. Well, let me get your contact information now. So that, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean with
Phone
this
number.
turnover, it's annoying. I know.
This is the fourth one now. Phone number 270-990-7830.
And that's your phone number.
Yes.
May I ask your name?
Kenneth Smith,
Kenneth. And
father.
father. And do you have your phone number? Or do you not want to provide your phone number?
Yeah, my number is
Yeah.
270-300-4445.
4445.
Yeah.
So, let's see what is going on here. This is from August of 2023.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of two cases. First, this is just a failure to wear seatbelt.
It's what?
The failure to wear a
Wear
seatbelt.
seatbelt above is observed driving. The
Now,
above.
she paid the fine and everything.
Okay.
And
Alright.
she's got proof of that.
That's proof.
Well, I got it from the clerk's office. I didn't pay it, but it says it's paid.
Okay, so you didn't pay it?
No.
Okay.
Because he has the scene of the citation did not happen. He did not catch me wearing no seatbelt.
So what the reason it's on the docket is she wants to appear in court to dispute that because she feels like the officer, she wants to know how he knows or believes she didn't have on her seatbelt.
Because at the time of the citation, we're inside the Hardin County Detention Center. So there's no way he's seen me on East Dixie without no seatbelt, because the time the citation says we're literally in the Hardin County Detention Center. So it could not have happened.
Okay. So you're basically saying you want to dispute this charge?
Yes.
So it hasn't been resolved yet?
No.
Okay. All right. So.
Yeah, that's why it's on the docket. I'm sorry.
Seatbelt charge. Okay. Now we've got this other case.
Now this will be the third pretrial
Medicine.
conference on this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand. Today was supposed to be a jury trial.
Today was supposed to be a jury trial?
Yes,
From
it
our
was.
understanding from the last public defender.
Okay, so it looks like on October 3rd, it said trial will be remanded from October 25th. So the trial date was remanded, meaning that trial date was taken off.
So when's
So
the new
now,
one?
today is the pretrial conference, and I guess, so you're dead set on having a trial?
Yes.
You do not want to get this resolved?
They said they wouldn't dismiss it, so no, I'm gonna go to trial.
Now on that,
Mhm.
her rebuttal is that the address
Mhm.
that is stated on the citation as for the incident to happen
Mhm.
is not the right address. So her rebuttal is,
They have
how
the
can
wrong
you charge
person.
me for something that you say I was there and that's not even where the incident supposedly happened?
Okay, so the citation says, officers responded to the above location, 1302 Farmingdale Drive, in reference to citizen dispute. Upon arrival, they made contact with a Landon Goff. Realized he was a contractor working in the area when the above came out of 1313 Farmingdale Drive with a knife. Goff stated that the above had lunged at him with a knife. I observed video from Goff's phone, and the above is observed holding a large style kitchen steak knife. Goff advised that the above kept advancing towards him, wielding the knife, or wielding, I think is what they meant. Goff stated that he had told the above to stop coming towards him, and Goff advised that the above later stopped and ran back inside her residence.
And they say the actual location is at 1302.
Okay.
And then my address up here is 1303.
Okay.
And I'm running out of 1313.
Okay.
So I'm like, how am I getting charged with something?
Mhm.
And I don't live at 1303. The scene was not at 1302.
Mhm.
And then the post-arrest complaint.
So basically,
Mhm.
a crime supposedly is something happened at an address that she wasn't even at. Basically.
And you did not come out of 1313.
Uh.
So I guess my question is, this was not you.
And the post-arrest complaint is 1313A.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a license to go with that. I don't live at 1303, and the location was not 1302. But yes, the location was 1313,
Is where
Farmingdale
you live?
Drive, yes.
Okay.
But the identification of me, I guess, on the citation will be incorrect.
Okay. So that's where you live. 1313.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So she's basically saying that that could not have been her coming out of that apartment, according to the complaint, because that's not the apartment that supposedly happened at.
But the citation does say that the above came out of 1313. So I understand that there are discrepancies
So it does say 1313.
The post-arrest
in
complaint.
this citation. 1313 Farmingdale Drive with a knife. So I understand that all
But
of
the exact location of the violation was at 1302. So how is that possible?
it could have been a type for, I don't know, for whatever reason they
Well,
put
that's
1302.
but then my identification is 1303. So I cannot be. I understand what you're saying, but at the
Yeah.
same time, you're taking my ID to even create the citation. I do not live at 1303.
So your
So the
ID
identification of me is incorrect.
So your ID.
Although, yes,
Okay.
and there's discrepancies in this whole thing, but
So your ID says 1313.
1313 Farmingdale Drive, apartment A, not 1303.
That may be a typo. I don't know. I'm not trying to
Yeah,
defend
I'm
that
not even on that
officer,
either.
but,
I'm just saying I don't live
yeah.
there, and that was not the scene at 1302.
So if you took this to trial and they had that contractor come and testify,
Yes, I know.
So it would be
My word against his.
Right.
Right.
And then also, I guess whatever the officer, because they made contact with Landon Goff.
Right. I'm aware of that.
Okay, but then the police were not there when this allegedly happened. So
she's saying there are no witnesses, no anything. It's just him saying this and her saying that. And Jeremy, the first pretrial attorney, was saying that because there is no witnesses, no video, no anything, it's word against word.
yeah.
So that would alleviate any hard time verdict. But she is saying, I don't know.
Can you reenact that as to how that scene even happened?
If you say I committed a murder at J.C. Penney, and I actually committed the murder at Macy's, then how can you charge me for a murder at J.C. Penney when I wasn't there?
Yeah,
It's
I
her-
see what you're
Right.
saying.
Complaint. Now that doesn't take.
Yeah,
Hypothetically, that doesn't mean she didn't murder anybody.
Right.
Right.
But if you
I'm not
want-
saying I didn't come out. I'm not. Yeah.
Hold on, baby. But if you want to penalize me for murdering J.C. Penney, then you need to have something that says I was at J.C. Penney and not at Macy's.
And that's totally valid. I'm trying to think whether or not that's like a pretrial motion that can be filed. But
Because on TV,
yeah,
they would say the glove didn't fit. You know what I'm saying?
You must
So-
have quit.
you're right.
Yeah, so and I was basically trying to convince her to take the plea deal. But when she brought that up to me, I said, well,
That's a good point.
you know,
Yeah.
that's a good point. If you say I committed a crime at this address and I wasn't at that address, then how can you?
Charge me.
The only thing is, the citation does say 1313, even though the identification, the
Okay.
preliminary part does say 1302.
So the citation
1303.
trumps anything
But then
else
how
is
can you
what
got the
you're
right
saying.
person?
Not necessarily, but I'm just saying that then there's a question, okay, was it a typo? Was it
Or do you have the
a
right person?
mistake?
But
Right.
is the mistake
right?
her responsibility?
Right.
Obviously, it's not hers, it's the officer who writes the citation.
So then if I take a plea or don't fight it, then I'm bearing that.
Well, she takes a plea and she's saying
I'm
she
guilty.
concurs with this. So,
Well, yeah, that,
you know,
yeah, to
so,
a certain
and
extent.
because of the typo or the mistake that is not her fault, you know, like I said, if it was a murder and we got Johnny Cochran, we wouldn't even have to go to court.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? Right? Now I know you're not Johnny Cochran.
No,
but, you know,
not by far.
and I know your whole career, you know, rests on, you know, I understand the politics, but it is what it is.
Well,
you know.
so,
I know it's one of them. I know.
I mean, so you have every right to take your case to trial if that's what you want,
Right.
as long as you know what the risks are.
And which is
So on a menacing, that's a Class B misdemeanor. So usually for Class Bs, the max sentence is 90 days in jail.
right.
They can obviously, if they found you guilty, they can do the full 90. They can do anywhere less than,
But
or they can just fine you.
that's
Okay.
contingent on the
Or
fact
both.
that they can prove it.
Right.
That's if she's
Right.
found guilty. If she's not found guilty, then
Right.
that's that.
And Jeremy told us that due to the fact that there's no collaborating evidence, it's word against word, so the jury would have to believe her or believe him.
Right.
So based on that is why she elected to take it to trial.
Okay.
Coupled with that is the address where it allegedly happened doesn't exist.
So
She
that-
wasn't there.
Right. So that information is definitely something that we would have to ask the officer at trial,
Right.
and the officer would have to clear that up. Exactly where did this happen? I don't know if your attorney will want to show the inconsistency in the citation to attack his credibility. That might be a possibility.
Yeah.
But then I think
So
at
we
the end
just
of the day, though,
we just need a law lion in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how can I commit a murder someplace I wasn't at? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
so yeah, that goes into the defense, and but we'll see if Mr. Goff even shows up,
Okay.
because if he doesn't
If
show
he
up,
does, right.
then
Okay.
I don't know if they'll proceed, but maybe they will.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
But-
But at the end of the day, I think the crux of it will be your word against Mr. Goff.
Right. Okay.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So with the and she still has not been provided any
Discovery.
Discovery.
what do you call it?
Yeah, discovery, and I request discovery.
You didn't
Discovery.
see-
yeah.
To see what they have against me, and also I requested a copy of the file, the record.
Okay, I think maybe they tried to send it to you, but it said return to sender not delivered.
That I
So you may want to ask the clerk's office again if you want a copy of this.
yeah.
But so we should have opened this discovery. But you're saying that no one ever gave you
No,
the
I've never went over the
discovery?
discovery.
Okay, so I don't know if our office has it. We should if this was scheduled for
It
trial.
should be there.
Well, the discovery won't be in here.
Okay.
It's sent directly from the county
Okay.
attorney's office. So they usually show notification that discovery was disclosed. So, well, for today's purposes, it sounds like we might just need to pass it for another court date so that you can take a look at the discovery, talk to the your attorney who's gonna be representing you at trial.
Okay.
And then we can go forward from there. And you're absolutely 100% sure you do not want to get this case resolved today.
So you understand what we're.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I've taken notes, so I'm gonna share this with the attorney who's gonna be representing you.
Okay.
And then she should talk to you more about,
And it's still gotta go up in front of the judge.
yeah, to get you
Okay.
that new court date. And so that would be that. I don't know if the judge will want me to set a new trial date today, because this case has been going on for so long, but you haven't even had a chance to look at the discovery.
Right.
And, the attorney just got this case, so we might just try to get another pretrial conference date.
Okay.
Alright, so we're basically,
Back at square one.
You earned your money in 20 minutes.
Okay.
You earned your money today in 20 minutes.
right, it's just like, I'm sorry that there hasn't been
okay.
much.
So then we're gonna have to, I'm gonna have to come here and appear again to pre-trial conference.
See, we today was supposed to be the trial.
Setting trial.
We got no notification that it changed.
Well, so if there isn't a trial date, there's no new trial date.
Well, but today was the day from the last pretrial that today was supposed to be.
Because it was 3 months
the trial
ago.
date.
And she was supposed to send the discovery 3
So-
months ago, 11/15.
So we thought,
So we're coming
yeah,
here,
when we talked to Jessica
yeah,
last
3 months
pretrial,
ago,
I don't
11/15.
know how. I
That
don't
was
think it was that
11/15.
long.
Yeah, it was.
But today was supposed to be trial. And we are supposed to be moving out of state.
When?
You know,
What are you?
I'm actually leaving. We're actually leaving because she's kind of in my care on the 9th of next month. So that would have given. You know, we made this plan contingent on the fact that her word against his.
Like trial was
She
in
may
Yeah.
get community service or fine or something like that. We can knock that out, be done, and still make our deadline. So now
Yes.
we had no notification that the day was a pre-trial and not a trial. So
So if you're moving out on the 9th, you'd like to have trial before then.
and whatever.
Being that they on that side they've had 3 months since the last time we spoke at a pre-trial conference, and she said she was going to send me the discovery and a copy of the file. Never got it. Got notice of nothing.
So we need a rocket docket
Yeah, yeah.
if that still exists.
I mean, did you want, so are you saying that you want an offer?
Well,
they're given that
she
notice?
wants to dispute it, so she wants to go to trial.
Okay.
So I know we can't just reach in the bag and pull out a court date for next week. I'm aware of that.
But, if you are moving out, you will be able to come back in
Yeah.
person
Yeah,
for trial. Okay,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
that's fine. And you can appear by Zoom for any dates prior to that.
That's what I was wanting to know.
I believe that for the final pretrial conference, you can appear by Zoom if you're out of state.
Okay.
But it would be up to the judge.
That's
don't
what I
know if
want to
she'll
set up
want-
when I get with her.
Can we, is that something you can bring up?
So let me talk to Ms. Schiffman now
Okay.
and see what she thinks would be best. And then if the judge wants a trial date today, then we'll ask her, well, it'll be 2 dates then. The final pretrial conference and then the trial.
Okay.
They're usually 2 days apart. So did you have in mind what date would work for you if you had to set a trial date today?
Oh, we ready tomorrow.
Right, exactly.
Ain't nothing changed on
On
that.
her,
If we
right.
can't get it done before March 9th, and it has to be a date after.
As soon as you can.
Okay,
Yeah.
alright, so let me speak with Ms. Schiffman, see what works with her, and then that discovery, I would call our office
Uh-huh.
and ask, I'll let her know that we should have discovery to send it to you. Do you have an email address?
Yes, it's church
Church?
and state.
Let's see.